The day they actually left, I pretty much drank everything out of my ex-girlfriend's liquor cabinet at the time. I even drank bitter straight because I was so upset about it. 8 months later, I came around and I started advocating and started representing the team that I loved. People most of the time are happy to see me. They usually have a smile. They're like, hey, there's Sonics guy, or hey, this and that, or hey, take a picture of me, or hey, take a picture of my kid. Even though we don't have a team, I wear the gear every day. People are happy and people are thinking about the team when they see me. So that's what makes me feel good.
No, it's good, man, it's good.
As long as they were in town, I was writing columns on the Sonics and fairly close with the '96 team. That was probably the funnest year here in Seattle history because they played the Bulls and that great Michael Jordan team, and the series went to 6 games. That was a real highlight of the Sonics being here.
And a big key so far, only 8 turnovers for Seattle. Chicago with 13 of them leading to 20 points. Probably the biggest difference in this game.
Some pressure by the Bulls. And the Sonics able to handle it. Perkins. Yes.
I remember the press conference announcing that Clay Bennett had taken over, and there were balloons. It was at their practice facility, and it was this sort of fall festive atmosphere, welcome the new owner, and he was from Oklahoma City and seemed nice enough. But I told our beat reporter for the paper at that point, I looked at him, I said, they're gone. It was just, one of those mob movies where the guy walks into the room and ends up blessing himself because he knows the bullet's coming, that kind of thing. I just knew they were gone. And no matter what Clay Bennett said that day, I knew he was not telling the truth.
Bigger events take precedent. If there's like 70,000 people that I'm able to see at one event, then that's a lot of people I can deliver the Sonics message to, like a Husky game or a Seahawk game. When I started going out to events, I'd write them down on these cards. So I put the date, the event, how long I was there, and about how many people, my estimate of how many people were there. The first couple of years, people were like, people would get in my face, like, they're gone, right? So, I mean, most of the people thought I was probably stone nuts or crazy or whatever. And my own family, they were kind of like, oh, what are you doing? My sports career kind of ended before it began. I was diagnosed with a heart murmur. My grandfather would say, well, we can play out in the yard and stuff, but my family didn't want me to competitively play sports, so I never did.
We started working in the old Cineplex movie theaters back in 1994. Sonics guy. Well, I think that personality goes all the way back to those theater days that, one of the positions that we had at the movie theater was this mobile hawking cart, basically like a concession stand on wheels that would go up and down the aisles of the theater. And, Chris being the ham that he was, he would dress it up and would put flashing lights on the cart and have a radio playing the Sonics games. And it was back in those days when the Sonics were a successful NBA team that were competing for a championship. And so we kind of worked it into the business equation for the theater.
Every time he walks into a place, it's the Sonics. The team that they once were plays in Oklahoma City. They were different colors and they have a different name. I've interviewed Michael Jordan and Willie Mays and Hank Aaron and John Elway, but When I told my son I knew the Sonics guy, he was like, "Oh, really? Can I have his autograph?"
That's how you spell forever, right? Good. Oh man, I've been doing the same thing for 7 years now. I was downtown and this car pulls up and it was a mother with her 3 little girls in the back, and they all go, "Hey, Sonics," you know. So, I mean, these girls, they weren't old enough to know the team or know what was going on, but they saw me, and I'm sure at one point their mother said, "Oh, that guy wants the basketball team to come back." There hasn't been a game in over 8 years, so it's not like, how was the game last night? Right now, we need to work on getting the commissioner to grant us an expansion franchise. We'll eventually get a team, but who knows how long eventually is.